Raging Gale by James Ryan. Read by the author. Part the 18th. Captain Sanders recalls her beginning. "And how do these men choose you? Hope trailed as she hunted for the right words. "You mean, how did a woman like me become captain?" "Yes. I don't know if I was actually born to be an idiot," said Captain Sanders, as she looked out the window past the stern of the Raging Gale. As she began her story, Hope noticed how the candle flames seemed to make her face glow as the light from the outside dimmed. "At least me father told me so once," the captain continued. "He was a Midlands merchant, and I barely remember me mother. When she died, it was a horrible time, with the war running out through the land. Me first real memory, I was very young, and on the deck of a ship, as me father and I fled before the parliamentarians. It was on deck from very early on, and the first thing I remembered was the last time I saw England, watching as Liverpool disappeared over the horizon. We sailed as refugees aboard a Dutch ship, finding our way to New Amsterdam. My father was a merchant and was able to resume his trade there. Speaking English for the Dutch made him valuable, as they traded up the coast with English ships and colonies before they started restricting trade. And even after they stopped, when there were traders more willing to follow an opportunity than an order, he was there to welcome smugglers and other freebooters. And when he would have to put out to sea, I was with him every time, with no one to leave me with. I was young enough that fears about women on board did not apply to me then. I'd even be considered amusing, all the time asking questions about this on a ship and that, all the while learning about a life at sea, long before most boys would be aboard for apprenticeships. It was a grand time as a girl, sailing on board when I needed to, and otherwise meeting and talking with the sailors who sailed into the harbour. The ones that didn't see me as a quick amusement, they answered me questions, and a few even amused me, were sharing what they knew from being at sea. And with every tale, I memorized every detail. But as I grew older, men were less amused by me questions, expecting me to behave more like a woman, or more like the women they found at port, the ones willing to say nothing and expecting to be bedded and left behind. Even me father, who indulged me as long as he could, sharing his rudders and charts when I was younger, expected me to take a station that didn't have me sailing. "So how did you end up on a ship?" asked Hope, "and as a captain?" "Well, I was not a captain right away. First I had to be crew, and before I could do that I had to stow away. And I might not have done any of that had it not been for Edwin." In the silence that followed Captain Sanders' pause, Hope watched as the captain looked again at the scabbard on the wall. "Thank you for taking this moment with me. If you want to keep up with new chapters as they get posted, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications for when pieces go up."